Imagine a person who has no crisis of loyalty. This creates a mind that is stable, a heart that is clean, and an attitude that is unlimited. Such a person has space for everyone in their hearts. And such was Dadi Janki, an embodiment of courage, compassion, mercy, and God's love. And having had the fortune and privilege of spending time with her, I've absorbed a number of things. And I remember a moment when we were together and I was translating for Dadi in a personal meeting with somebody. And this particular individual had a big proposal for building a big centre and a list of demands and expectations. And I remember having a little mic in my hand as I was translating for Dadi into her ear. And I also remember having this thought, gosh, this person's got an awful lot of demands and expectations. And I remember for a moment just quietening my mind down. But at the same time, somebody else came in the room, took the mic from my hands and said the same thing to Dadi. This person's got a lot of expectations and demands. You'll be sitting here for an hour listening to the stories. And Dadi just did this and said, be quiet. Can't you see what Dadi's doing? Dadi's listening to the soul and making him content. And it was like a split-second realization for me where I understood where Dadi was listening from. She wasn't listening from the head, analyzing the ideas, the concepts, but she was accepting a much deeper intention, what we call a bhavna, a pure feeling that soul was trying to communicate, that was the platform of his ideas. So the idea was something completely secondary. It was his feelings she was accepting. And I guess that was a very inspirational moment for me to re-examine how I listen in relationships and what is the basis of creating harmony in relationships. We do say listening is important, but then where am I listening from? Am I listening just from my head, analyzing, conceptualizing, rationalizing, or am I listening from the heart to try and understand someone else's bhavna, someone else's intention or feeling behind what they're trying to say? And I realize this is something I've been very conscious of in my life, that when I'm listening to another soul, am I able to receive their vibration and listen to make that soul content? And I've noticed that when I pay attention to that, there's a much greater flow of ideas, a harmony of vibration that starts to take place in the process.